Hello viewers. Welcome to this new video. Here in this video we will learn about the characteristics of particles of matter. There are three characteristics of particles of matter. Number 1. Particles of matter have space between them. To understand this characteristic, we need to take a glass and fill half the glass with water, and mark the level of water. Now, we can take salt or sugar and put it in the water. We observe that there is raise in water level. Now, dissolve the salt or sugar in the water. What happened? We observe that the level of water decreased to the previous level. So, now the question is, what happened to the salt? Where it disappeared? To explain this, now we need to zoom the water till the microscopic level. This is the structure of water particle at microscopic level. We can see that there is some spaces between the particles of water. And when we add some salt and dissolve in the water, the salt particle will enter into the spaces of the water particle. So, the level of the water will remain same. This experiment confirmed that there are some space between the water particles. If we compare the space between the particles of the three states of matter, we will observe that, in solid state the particles are tightly packed. In case of liquid, the liquid particles have more space between them compared to solid. And in case of gas there is lots of spaces between the particle of gas. Gas particle has the highest space between their particles. Next characteristic of particles of matter. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles are moving due to its kinetic energy. And, this kinetic energy is the energy that is produced by an object due to its motion. To understand this characteristic, we need an incense stick. Now, try to get the smell of the unlit incense stick. How close do you have to go near the incense stick to get its smell? When you move closer you get the smell of the incense stick. But how you get the smell? You get the smell because the particle are moving from one place to another. Here aroma particles of the incense stick mix with the air, or diffuse into the air and enter into your nose, and you get the smell. Diffusion is the process of intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own. In this process particles move from higher concentration area to a lower concentration area, and equalize the concentration of the particles. Now light the incense stick and put it in a corner of your room. What happened? In this case you get the smell of the incense stick sitting at a distance. How this happened? When you lit the incense stick you supply some heat, and that heat increased the kinetic energy, and the aroma particle easily mixed or diffused with the air particle and reach you, and you get the smell. Now, we can say that heat can increase the movement of particles of matter. If we compare the movements of particles of three states of matter, we will observe the particles of solids are tightly packed and they can only vibrate at the same spot. The particles of solids do not move from a place to another place. In case of liquid, the particles of liquids are closed together but they don't have a proper arrangement. The particles of liquids can move from one place to another. The particles of liquid moves at very low speed. And, in case of gas, the particle are separated, they can move freely everywhere at high speed without any kind of restriction. And, now, the third characteristic of particles of matter is particles of matter attracts each other. Particle of matter have force acting between them. And this force, this keeps the particles together. Due this attraction force of particle of matter solid substances have their own shape. Without the attraction force of particles there will be no perfect shapes and size of matter. If there is no attraction force between the particles, then the particle will start to fly every direction. On that situation, the particle will fly away and there will be no particle to make up any kind of substance or matter. The strength of this force of attraction varies from one kind of matter to another. If we compare the attraction force of particles of matter, we will observe that the attraction force of solid is highest compared to liquid and gas. So, the particles of solids are strongly packed with each other. And, because of this high amount of attraction force, solid can have a definite shape. Now, in case of liquid, the attraction force is less than solid but greater than gas. So, the particles of liquids have a small amount of space between them. And, due to the less amount of attraction force, there is no definite shape of liquid. And, now, in case of gas particles, the attraction is very low. The particles of gases have lots of spaces between them. Due to this low attraction force, gas particle cannot make any substance having shape. So, these are the three characteristics of matter. And I hope this video provide you some knowledge about matter. If there is anything to tell me about this video, please let me know about it in the comment section. And thank you for watching.